Donald Trump sat down with Bill O'Reilly for a hilarious interview about his presidential run, and he said something already disqualifying on the issue of foreign policy.
But this is like the lightning round here. You just tell me how you're going to solve these problems. ISIS. How are you going to defeat ISIS?
I would hit them so hard. I would find our proper general. I would find the Patton or the MacArthur. I would hit them so hard your head would spin. Now remember, and I sent you the document, I said in 2004 we should not go in and do that whole thing with Iraq. It was a disaster because I said that Iran will take over and it'll totally destabilize the Middle East. But there's nobody bigger or better at the military than I am.
Are you telling me you're going to send American ground troops into Syria?
I'm not telling you anything. And the reason I'm not is because if I run and I win, I don't want them to know the game plan.
Okay.
Let me
but
just
you
say
have
something.
to. If you
Bill,
want to hit them hard,
I'm probably going to have to say I have a way that would be very effective with respect to ISIS. But when I watch Obama get up and talk about in 2 weeks we're doing this and in 3 weeks we're doing that.
Put American ground troops in to chase them around?
Take back the oil. Once you go over and take back that oil, they have nothing.
But how do you take it back?
Right, you have to go in. You have to go in.
With ground troops?
Well, you bomb the hell out of them, and then you encircle it, and then you go in, and you let Mobil go in, and you let our great oil companies go in.
Right.
Once you take that oil, they have nothing left.
Did you catch it at the end? He's like, you let ExxonMobil, you let Chevron, you let our great oil companies go in and take the oil. Donald Trump is the conservative id. We've spoken about this before, and that's why, in a weird way, you actually have to give him credit, because he says the shit that all the other idiots are really thinking, but they have the filter and they know not to say. Like, a lot of conservatives, be honest here, when the Iraq War happened and people were saying, oh, it's about the oil, in their minds they would say, yeah, you're damn right, it's at least partly about the oil, and that's fine, let's take it. That's what they were thinking. Well, Donald Trump just comes out and says it. He said it before about Iraq, time and time again. At the CPAC speech like 3 years in a row, he was like, yeah, let's take the oil. To the victor go the spoils. That's the way war works. Go in there, go into a sovereign country that didn't attack us, we killed all the civilians, now take the fucking oil and run. Let's do it. Now he's saying the same thing with Syria. And then idiots like him will turn around and say, why do they hate us in the Middle East? I don't understand. We're so great. I mean, hello? We're Americans. Do they not get that? USA! Well, maybe one of the reasons why they dislike you, Donald, is that you fucking went in there, gunning people down left and right, and then you took the oil, and you fucking advertised to the world. Hey, Chevron, come get yourself a piece, son. Hey, Mobil, where you at, dog? Come get this. Our great oil companies. And, of course, Bill O'Reilly, being the fantastic journalist he is, he goes on to push him on that, right? Of course not. Lets that slide. Why? Because that's probably what Bill O's thinking in the back of his mind, too. He's like, well, I mean, if we're there already, what are you going to do? Leave the oil? Is that what you're going to do? You're just going to leave it there? Look, the only part where you give him a little bit of credit, and I'm not even going to give him a little bit of credit. I'll give him 0.01% of credit here, is when he says, like, I said we shouldn't have gone in there in the first place. I said it would destabilize the region. So the 0.01% of credit is that he just said that right there, but I don't even necessarily believe him that he said it back then. And notice the year he said. He said in 2004 I said we shouldn't do it. Well, the invasion happened in 2003. Where the fuck were you in 2002 and 2003? He's like, well, then I was for it, but then in 2004 I was like, maybe not. So that's why I said a little bit of credit, but not even really giving any credit, because he's probably doing revisionist history there. But his other quotes are classic Trump. Quote, I would hit them so fast and so hard that your head would spin. It's going to be like totally crazy. We're going to like take the guns and we're going to go boom, 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 boom. And they're going to go, you hit us. You hit us and I'm hurt. I'm going to die now because America's so wonderful. That's what the ISIS people are going to say. They're going to say something along those lines, Bill. He says, there's nobody bigger or better at the military than I am. There's nobody bigger or better at the military than I am. That's why I said we did this segment recently. I honestly think there's a decent chance that Donald Trump is like special needs. And I was expecting a backlash when I did that video of people being like, come on, you went too far. No backlash. Everybody was like, I can see it. And notice he did the same thing there where he's like, Bill, look, I'm not going to tell you my ISIS policy because my ISIS policy is so super special that if I win, I want to be the one to implement it. God forbid Obama implements it now and actually wins now. I can't have that. I want the glory. So therefore, I'm going to wait until I'm in office to do it. I'm not going to tell you my policy. And then cut to like 30 seconds later. He's like, so then what I want to do is I want to go in, I want to hit him from the air, which Obama's doing already, by the way. And then you surround him, and then you take him, and then the oil companies come in and steal it. Brilliant, am I right? No, Donald, you're not right, as usual.